Welcome back to NBS No Filter. We are at the Villa and we hope you're having a lovely Saturday. Of course, the crew is here, Kitui, Maritza, Sabrina, and we're joined by Coach Marjorie Nantambi on a conversation of personal growth. So we've just talked about vision boards, setting those goals, what to do once you've set those goals, but there's a syndrome called inconsistency. How do we overcome inconsistency, or how do we even stay consistent? Because once we've set those goals, we start January with hype.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but by like 15th Jan, those gym subscriptions
are
starting to do.
That's like the one place you will go and see inconsistency in real time. When you go to the gym in January, like January, the first 2 weeks, my God, you couldn't find where to work out from. Now you go now.
You have space.
You can even set up
Use 3 machines
at the same time if you want.
Why is it harder for us, even as humans, to be more consistent with personal development than other things?
One of the reasons I think is the why. Because usually we set goals. Sometimes you're just excited. Sometimes you set goals because other people are setting the goals. So for us to be consistent, you need to know, okay, why am I doing this? Why do I want to achieve this? Because if you are going to the gym because you've seen Sabrina post she's in the gym, trust me, you will not be consistent. You'll go the first day and the second day and you'll give up before you know it. So you need to know, why am I doing this? And it has to come from you because, like we said, they are personal goals. So you need to have a big why. Why do you want to make that money? Why do you want to save that money? Because if you have a goal at the end of it, or maybe you want to build a house or buy a car or start a business, then you will be consistent with your saving. Yeah. But if you just say, I'm going to save money this year without an end result, then that's how the consistency will come down. So that is the first thing. We need to find out why we are setting these goals. And then another thing is we need to break them down as much as possible to easy daily tasks. Easy daily tasks, because even with losing weight or making money, it's not just about going to the gym and lifting the heavy things. No, you need to create a habit. Maybe taking a walk, taking the stairs instead of the lift and things like that. Simple things. Because the harder you make it, the easier it is to give up on these goals. So have the why and then break it down to very simple tasks that you can do every day.
I think fear of poverty should be enough for enough a goal to keep you consistent.
I think one of the other things that I noticed is actually setting reminders. Kind of helps. Although there's this thing of setting the reminder, then you just your job is to always just.
Mine have never worked for me.
Really?
My reminders don't work for me. Well, they work in hindsight, but not for the times that you set.
First, explain to me the reminders.
So, for example, there was a time where my goal was to make sure I drink hot water every morning. I know, quite ambitious. But so what I did is I set an alarm for every morning that says drink water, drink water. Of course, yes, I followed it for a few weeks, but you could. I realized that the more I benefited from it, the more I actually got inspired. For example, when you do gym, I think one of the things that really kills people's motivation is when you don't see immediate results. And that's a problem that most of us have. We want to see that. We want to see that kawat or that waistline coming through, or get a compliment or something like that. Now, what happened was every time when I kept drinking the water and I'd feel better. Because I'd drink warm water in the morning and it would make me feel very good through the day. And it encouraged me to drink it even more because I was actually seeing the results. So I think seeing results is another way failing to see results is another thing that really turns people off. Let's say you're saving for a car. You're saving for a what?
Holiday.
It's 100 million. You're at 20 million. And every month you're saving 500,000 or 300,000. And you're not seeing that money shifting. It's easier then to look and say, let me use this money for something else. So I think that's another thing that really pushes people from achieving goals, from following through with their goals, the consistencies, not seeing those results.
I like what you say, that over time, it just became something you needed to do because it made you feel better. And I feel like results help create habits.
Absolutely.
What do you have to say about that? Because I think also in managing consistency, we fail to create the habit to be consistent in whatever it is we want to do, whether it's drinking water in the morning, whether it's replying all the messages on WhatsApp. You guys, I'm learning.
But you know what? Someone once told me, like, if no matter how big the goal is, if you stop, you won't get there. Like, and she's going to give us her perspective on that. But for example, like the Range Rover thing, or like even just going to the gym or drinking the warm water. Like, if you're going to the gym to lose weight and not seeing results, if you stop, you're not going to see the results either way. Why? What do you lose by continuing?
The difference here is I don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning.
Similarly, like the Range Rover thing, if you're saving 500K, you never know. And that's the thing, like, time is your ally. You never know, in like, let's say 5 years, you are going to get a better job and you're going to be able to save more. But if you stop, you will have to start from scratch.
I thought saying like 2 weeks, you're going to find a Muindi and
So help us with those habits and consistency. How do we create the habits that we need?
Yeah, and one thing that I want to say about habits is we need to make them fun.
Yeah.
We don't have to be working on our goals and it feels like it's a punishment and it feels like, oh my God,
so
do I have
dreadful,
to do
huh?
this? Yes.
So instead of gym, go sign up for what? Tennis.
Yeah.
Yes,
Squash,
that could be something
swimming,
fun.
whatever,
Yes,
yeah.
something fun.
Okay.
Make it fun. And even with the finances, you can make it fun. I usually tell people that as human beings, it is easy for us to associate spending money with excitement and fun. Oh, we have a girls' day out, we have a party and all that. So we are excited whenever we spend money. So we need to get the habit of being excited whenever we save. And it's
Every 1 million
that you save, I'm like, yeah,
I buy me
did
something
it.
nice.
For 500.
I don't know about that.
I don't have this one. No, give me this one.
No, I don't think
So
so.
you need to be excited whenever you save money. For example, if you have a goal of saving maybe 100 million in the time that you've stipulated that you want to save that, then you can say maybe whenever I save, maybe in a week, when I save this money, I need to celebrate myself. Not to the equivalent of the 1 million, but at least you can go out for a movie, go get an ice cream to celebrate the small wins, because that will keep you on track to achieve even the bigger ones. But make sure you're not spending the one you've saved.
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
so-
so that's definitely directed at you.
Yeah, leave me alone, guys. She has said spend some, please. Spend
Not
some.
the one you spend.
But something.
Yes, so you get on the habit. And then another thing that can help us with the habits is journaling. I know most people find journaling so old school, it's not for me and things like that. But whenever you write down your things, actually, it makes more sense to you. And then it's easier for you to achieve the things that you want to achieve.
Okay. Have you tried bullet journaling? Have you heard of bullet journaling?
No.
Let me put you on bullet journaling. So me, I am a stationary crazy person. Even when I do journal, I mostly used to just write my goals like in a straight line and whatnot. Then I found something on Pinterest called bullet journaling. If you're the kind of person that needs excitement in order to be able to journal, check out bullet journaling.
What is it?
So you basically draw out your journal. You can have art in it. You create the template that you want. So for me, I found it to be very therapeutic, first of all. And it also helped me practice my concentration level because really we were struggling. So what bullet journaling does for you is you create your own template. You create the way you want your journal to look, because not the way the diaries are set up works for everybody. So over time, you actually even learn different ways to make setting goals and journaling fun.
So let me get this right. You're giving me more work for me to be able to monitor my work.
I'm just saying, me as a fan of like stationery, I'm already an artsy person. So I just needed something in line with who I was.
Okay.
And that worked. So like you say, make it fun. So you make it fun for yourself. Bullet journaling is fun, especially for kids. Like, get them on it early.
Okay. I won't be doing that. It sounds like a lot of work, but
journaling is generally like as a concept is very, how can I say,
strenuous?
Yeah,
it is.
In my opinion, but it's good. Like, it's especially like it's therapeutic in a way. But yeah, I don't know.
By all means, do you? For me, I'll stick to my notes. Yeah. You know those notes where you just gotta write a bullet
on your phone.
That's it as well. You can
just write a bullet and you're like, I'm done with that for now.
Yeah.
But I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Another very huge challenge that affects people's consistency is all of these, especially here in Africa, is all of these, what do I call them? These random other people accidents that happen. These things you're saving, then your mother calls and says, Kati, where is Ayeza?
Oh, yeah.
I take Kati, do this. Like there's a lot of ebigwa bitaraze
That is
here in
true.
Africa. So how do
Yes.
you deal with that in terms of achieving your goals? For example, you're very busy working hard at getting fit, and then
Oh yeah.
Congratulations.
That
you
is
know,
true.
it's just
Yes.
there's a lot of those things that happen that sort of derail you from what you're trying to achieve. And I think I've dealt with some of those. So how do you deal with those?
Yes, especially when it comes to the finances, like you said, you're saving for this and then something comes up. I usually encourage people to use what we call a money management plan. So what that means is that you get percentages for the different things. For example, if you're a Christian, that means you have your 10% tithe. And then I always encourage people to save 20% of your income. After saving that 20%, have a 10% for giving to people, because I know someone will come up, I have a wedding, I have this,
Lend me
and
what,
it
what?
could be hard. Yes, you may lose a few friends here and there because it's hard, but guess what? People's problems will never end. It is good to help, but when you have a budget for it, you're like, okay, this 10% is for giving. So someone comes to me, hey, Marjorie, I have
So
a
we're already
problem.
down 40%.
Yes, so the rest is for the
10
expenses.
for tithe, 20 for saving, 10
10%
for
giving, and then you live on the rest for
I
your
like
expenses.
that. I like living on the 60%.
Live on the 60%.
It's nice. Huh?
I think that's very smart to have
Yes.
like a designated
Exactly.
fund for
Like what? No, my 10% is over.
yeah.
Yes, it could be hard, but it's true, because guess what? When you come to me and you're like, hey, imagine I have this problem of 300K, I'm like, I have 100 or 50. Will it help you? It could be. It could sound mean, but you cannot
Oh,
solve
inentally
everyone's problem.
Yeah.
You help. It's good to help. The Bible tells us to be generous people, and that's why we have that percentage. So it could be 10% for me. You could choose 20% for yourself or 30%, depending. So just have a percentage.
So they have to
Less.
come before that 10% gets finished, guys.
You're
Your job problems before my 10% is over.
Speaking of finish, the one thing that usually ends us as adults is not realizing our worth. And sometimes, even in our personal development, we will only make goals within the smallness of our, like, we think we are this small, so we make goals within that, that space and that existence. And that's imposter syndrome.
Yes.
Let's talk about imposter syndrome. What is imposter syndrome, and how can you fight it while you're trying to create goals and just develop yourself as a person?
So imposter syndrome, in very simple terms, is just you feeling doubt, self-doubt, thinking that you're not good enough, thinking you're not worthy of the good things. So what I need to encourage people is everyone, the fact that you're alive, there is a great purpose for you to achieve on this planet. So you're not here by mistake. Like they always say, you actually, there is that joke they usually put up that you won on the first day. You know how they say, swim and then, yeah, so you're not here by accident. So you have, God put you on this planet for a greater purpose. So never let anyone, because sometimes imposter syndrome comes from our surroundings. Fearing from people that, oh, you can't do this, you're not good enough, you're not worthy of this. And then we believe accepting that.
Okay, so
Start
imposter
accepting that.
syndrome is me having achieved whatever I've achieved, but not feeling like
You
it's for
deserve
me.
or
Like I
you're worth
deserve
it, yes.
Okay, I've had to deal with that before in my life.
Yes,
Very
and
many
we
times.
all have. We all have. You know, sometimes, even me as a speaker, sometimes they call you to speak someone, you're like, but how can I
Like,
stand?
yes,
Me, I think
yes,
someone else should actually go and
Yeah.
speak in my place. And then maybe some person goes, and you feel like I could actually
could've
have
done
done it
better.
better. Yes.
Yeah, I do
So-
get that a lot.
Exactly. So it happens to all of us at a certain point, but we need to know that we are worth of these things. And then we have to keep going. Whatever opportunity, whether it's a promotion at work, whether it's whatever it is, even the good life, the soft life, you deserve it.
You
If
know,
it
I
comes-
I like that.
I like that, but I feel like I need you to break it down a little bit more, like a little bit, like some detailed steps on how to overcome imposter syndrome, because it does get to the best of us. I feel like everyone on
Yes,
this panel
all of
has
us.
gone through it.
If you have to
And
be in front of a camera, you've
It
probably
is.
gone through it.
I think it's one of the biggest things that will hold you back from reaching your goals, because you're always feeling like, how, why me? You get.
Isn't the other person better or
Yeah.
whatever?
Yes. So the first thing is, like I said, we need to accept who we are and to accept that we are worthy of these things. Because when you accept it, then you will show up for the different opportunities. And then also, you can read, like they mentioned, self-help books or listen to motivation. People don't like the motivation. They're like, no, that's just a motivational speaker. But it helps.
Yeah.
I started
It does
with
help.
one feather.
Yeah, and then I
have a farm.
I have a farm. It actually works. Yeah. So because the more you listen to this, and then pep talk, what are you saying to yourself? When you wake up, when you look in the mirror, are you the person who looks at the mirror and then you run away? No, speak there. Stand and speak to yourself. I'm confident, I'm beautiful, I'm all these things, I'm worthy of all these things. It actually works. These things are not for bazungu, like people say. They actually work. I've seen them work in my life, and I'm sure they can help greatly.
Yeah.
Wow, there's a lot for us to learn today, from imposter syndrome to personal growth. But have you guys heard that? Did you see that video of the husband who was watching his wife doing sit-ups? And then he was like, yeah, let her do sit-ups. As soon as she gets the body she wants, wire her hammer again.
Wow.
Sometimes we set these personal goals, but there are other people who are involved. We have stakeholders who might help you either make, achieve, or break them. When we come back, we're going to be talking about that and so much more. We're talking personal growth. It's no filter. We're at the Villa. Reach out to us if you want to know a little bit more about how you can get to the Villa. We'll be right back.